Welcome to Huawei 5G Live. I'm Professor Sally Eves. It's a real pleasure to be here today with Kester Mann from CCS Insight. Delighted to speak to you today. And one of the things I wanted to focus on was 5G development. Obviously a massive focus on this, on actualisation this year. And what's your perspective on where we are in the UK?
Well, I think the UK is actually at the forefront of 5G. If you cast our mind back to the development of 4G back in 2012, around that sort of time, the UK was actually the 53rd nation in the world to launch commercial 4G services. So now to see the UK up front as one of the pioneer markets is really, really very encouraging for the sector. So we're now at a situation in the UK where we've got all four of the mobile network operators with commercial live services. That's a feat possibly unprecedented, maybe outside the US. So it's really, really encouraging and positive times, I think, for the UK market.
Couldn't agree more. And talking about kind of expectations ahead, both from a UK perspective but also a European one, where do you see this going over the next 18, 24 months in terms of development?
Yeah, so I think we're seeing networks being rolled out. I think initially the focus is largely on dense urban areas and cities and so on, as perhaps you might have imagined, but I think the focus for 2020 and 2021 will be towards broadening that reach for 5G services, so coverage expanding beyond the major towns and cities to greater populations. Yes. And I think parallel with that for there to be greater penetration of more affordable smartphones as well, which obviously is going to be really, really key to driving updates. So yeah, plenty of development I think in the next couple of years.
Absolutely, incremental stages, isn't it? I think at the moment, yeah, absolutely, and coverage and consistency. Couldn't agree more strongly. And just thinking about the industry in general, what's your view on keeping the industry open and the importance of that at this state of time?
I think the most positive aspect for the industry is to have a broad range of suppliers and an open opportunity. And I think that there's a lot of technologies out there, not just on the mobile and cellular side, but incorporating fixed and Wi-Fi and other solutions as well. And I think it's all part of this big connectivity picture, which I think is the most important thing to consumers, because ultimately they don't care what the technology is, they just want to be connected. And I think that's the key for the industry, really.
I think that's a very good point, actually, that around the consumer expectation and making things seamless. Yeah, absolutely. I think we've just got to bring that centre stage. And I love your point about collaboration and looking ahead with this positive trajectory. So thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure to talk to you and enjoy the rest of the event here today.
Thank you very much. Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.